Title: Mastering English, a comprehensive guide to learning through stories, techniques, and motivation. Introduction. The journey begins. Learning English can often feel like an uphill battle. But with the right strategies, persistence, and a bit of motivation, anyone can master it. This essay is designed to guide you through a proven path to improving your English skills, using various techniques, personal anecdotes, and practical advice. Whether you're a beginner or at an intermediate level, this guide will help you set clear goals, stay motivated, and make English a part of your daily life. Chapter 1. Understanding the Basics of Learning English. 1. The Importance of Immersion. One of the most critical aspects of learning a language is immersion. Immersing yourself in English means surrounding yourself with the language as much as possible. This doesn't mean you have to move to an English-speaking country, but it does mean integrating English into your daily routine. Personal anecdote. I remember when I first started learning English, I made it a point to change the language on my phone and computer to English. At first, it was challenging, but over time I became accustomed to seeing English everywhere. This simple change significantly improved my vocabulary and made me more comfortable with the language. 1.2. Listening. The foundation of language learning. Listening is the foundation upon which language skills are built. When you listen to English, your brain starts to recognize patterns, sounds, and sentence structure. Over time, this passive learning turns into active understanding and usage. Practical tip. Start by listening to English podcasts, audiobooks, or even YouTube videos like the one accompanying this essay. Don't worry if you don't understand everything at first. Key is repetition. Choose a segment, listen to it multiple times, and gradually, the words and meanings will start to make sense. Chapter 2. Techniques for Mastering English. 2.1. Shadowing. The Art of Imitation. Shadowing is a powerful technique where you listen to spoken English and try to repeat it in real time, mimicking the speaker's intonation, rhythm, and pronunciation. Success story. One of my friends who struggled with pronunciation dedicated himself to shadowing. Every day, he spent 20 minutes shadowing news anchors and actors. Within a few months, his pronunciation improved dramatically, and he felt more confident speaking in English. How to shadow. 1. Choose a short audio clip. 2. Listen to it once to understand the context. 3. Play the clip again and speak along with the speaker, trying to match their pace and tone. 4. Repeat this process daily with different clips. 2.2. Reading. More than just understanding. Reading is often underestimated as a tool for language learning. It's not just about understanding the text, but also about analyzing sentence structures, vocabulary, and grammar. Practical tip. Start with graded readers or books that match your current level. As you progress, challenge yourself with more complex materials. Remember to read actively. Highlight new words, make notes, and reread passages to solidify your understanding. Interactive exercise. Choose a short story in English. Read it once for general comprehension, then read it again, focusing on sentence structures and vocabulary. Try to rewrite the story in your own words. 2.3. Thinking aloud. Strengthening your mental muscles. Thinking aloud is a technique where you articulate your thoughts in English as you go about your day. This practice helps in internalizing the language and making it a natural part of your thought process. Practical tip. When you're alone, describe what you're doing in English. For instance, if you're making breakfast, narrate the process in English. This might feel strange at first, but it's an excellent way to practice speaking and thinking in English. Chapter 3. Staying motivated on your language journey. 3.1 Setting achievable goals. Setting clear, achievable goals is crucial in any learning process. Without goals, it's easy to lose focus and motivation. Short-term goals. Watch a short English video every day and summarize it in your own words. Learn 5 new words daily and use them in sentences. Long-term goals. Be able to hold a conversation with a native speaker for at least 15 minutes. Write an essay or a blog post in English once a week. Practical tip. A journal where you track your progress. Celebrate small victory. Mastering a tricky pronunciation or understanding a complex sentence. 3.2 Dealing with setbacks. Learning a language is not a linear process. There will be days when you feel stuck or frustrated. This is normal, and it's essential to push through these challenges. Personal anecdote. During my language learning journey, there were times I felt overwhelmed, especially when I couldn't grasp certain grammar rules. However, I learned to take a step back, relax, and revisit the material. Fresh mind. Persistence paid off. Practical tip. When you feel stuck, take a break. Do something fun in English, like watching a movie or listening to music. This will help you relax, while still being exposed to the language. Chapter 4 Practical Strategies for Learning English. 4.1 Improving Listening Skill. Listening is an active process. To improve, you must listen with intent and focus. Interactive exercise. Find an English podcast or YouTube channel you enjoy. Listen to an episode and take notes. Then try to summarize the episode in English. This exercise helps with both listening comprehension and writing skill. Practical tip. Use subtitles when watching English videos. Start with subtitles in your native language, then switch to English subtitles as you become more comfortable. 4.2 Writing Practice. From sentences to essays. Writing in English can be daunting, but it's an essential skill. Start small by writing sentences or paragraphs, and gradually work your way up to essay. Success story. I started writing a daily diary in English. At first, it was just a few sentences, but over time, those sentences turned into paragraphs and eventually full pages. This daily practice improved my writing skills significantly. Interactive exercise. Write a short essay on a topic you're passionate about. Don't worry about making mistakes. The goal is to practice expressing your thoughts in English. Then, review your essay, focusing on correcting errors and improving sentence structure. Tash 4.3 Using English on social media. Social media is a great platform to practice English. Whether you're posting, commenting, or messaging, try to do it in English. Practical tip. Join English-speaking groups on platforms like Facebook, Reddit, or Twitter. Participate in discussions, ask questions, and engage with other learners and native speakers. Chapter 5 Addressing Common Questions and Myths. 5.1 Q&A Common Questions from English Learners. Is it necessary to learn grammar? A. While grammar is essential, don't let it overwhelm you. Focus on understanding the basics first, then gradually learn more complex rules as you progress. 2. How long will it take to become fluent in English? A. Fluency depends on various factors, including how much time you dedicate to learning and your current level. However, with consistent practice, noticeable improvement can be seen within a few months. Q3. Can I learn English just by watching movies? N. Watching movies helps with listening skills and understanding cultural context, but it should be combined with other learning methods: reading, writing, and speaking. 5.2 Debunking Common Myths. Myth 1. You need to live in an English-speaking country to learn English. Truth. While immersion in an English-speaking environment helps, it's not necessary. With today's technology, you can immerse yourself in English from anywhere in the world. Myth 2. Adults can't learn a new language as well as children. Truth. Adults can learn languages just as effectively as children. In fact, adults often have better learning strategies and more discipline. Myth 3. You need to have a perfect accent to be understood. Truth. Having a perfect accent is not necessary. The goal is clear communication, not perfection. Focus on being understood rather than sounding like a native speaker. Chapter 6. Understanding English-Speaking Culture. 6.1 Cultural Insights. Why they matter. Understanding the culture behind a language can significantly enhance your learning experience. It provides context to phrases, idioms, and even humor. Practical tip. Watch documentaries, read books, or follow blogs about English-speaking cultures. Understanding the cultural nuances will help you use the language more effectively and appropriately. 6.2 Common Cultural Differences. Politeness. In English-speaking cultures, politeness is often emphasized. Phrases like please, thank you, and excuse me are commonly used. Directness. English speakers often value direct communication, but it's important to balance this with politeness to avoid coming across as rude. Chapter 7. Staying engaged and motivated. 7.1 The Power of Community. Joining a community of English learners can provide support, motivation, and a sense of belonging. Whether online or in person, having a group of people to practice with make a big difference. Success story. I joined an online English learning group where we would practice speaking and writing. The encouragement and feedback from others helped me stay motivated and pushed me to improve. Practical tip. Find a language partner or join a language exchange group. Practicing with others not only improves your skills but also keeps you accountable. Pattern 7.2 Dealing with Plateaus. There will be times when you feel like you're not making progress, no matter how hard you try. This is known as a plateau, and it's a common part of the learning process. Practical tip. When you hit a plateau, switch up your learning routine. Try a new learning method, explore different topics, or set new goals to reignite your motivation. Chapter 8. Interactive Exercises for Continuous Improvement. 8.1 Exercise. Daily English Journal. Keep a daily journal where you write about your day, thoughts, or anything that interests you. This practice will help improve your writing skills and reinforce what you've learned. 8.2 Exercise. Vocabulary Building. Choose 5 new words each day. Write them down, create sentences with them, and use them in conversation. Review these words regularly to ensure they stick. 8.3 Exercise. Speaking Practice. Set aside 10 minutes a day to speak in English. You can talk about your day, describe a picture, or discuss a topic you're interested in. Record yourself and listen to identify areas for improvement. Conclusion. Recap and encouragement. Learning English is a journey that requires time, patience, and persistence. By incorporating the techniques discussed, listening, reading, shadowing, and more, you'll build a strong foundation in English. Remember, it's not about perfection, but progress. Celebrate your small victories, stay motivated, and keep practicing every day. You're not alone on this journey. Thousands of learners around the world are working towards the same goal. Stay connected with your community, continue learning, and most importantly, enjoy the process. English is not just a language. It's a key that opens doors to new opportunities, cultures, and experiences. Final encouragement. Keep pushing forward, even when it gets tough. Every bit of practice brings you closer to fluency. Believe in your ability to learn, and never underestimate the power of consistent effort. Your journey to mastering English is one of the most rewarding paths you can take. Embrace it with enthusiasm and confidence.